What's going on, everybody? It's Big Ralph TV, and I'm back with another video. All right, now this is my Motorola Razr Fold. All right, and I've had this phone since its launch in May of this year, and I actually just put the SIM card back in this device today after using this. It's the Z Fold 8. I've been using this for the last 2.5 weeks. And let me tell you, this is a good time. This right here is a good time. All right. But I wanted to get back into this because I really thoroughly enjoyed this device while I have been using it since I've owned it. But using this Z Fold 8 has led me to think a few different things about this device, one of which being the form factor. Like, if you go from using, I'm gonna just have to leave it over here, if you go from using this to coming back to this, it's gonna feel weird. It's gonna feel really weird. The taller and slimmer profile of the Razr Fold in comparison to the shorter and stout wide body of this device, it's gonna feel a little weird, especially once you start to scroll in and typing and things. It starts to look kind of funny. So then it just leads to you opening up to the bigger screen to use. All right, which absolutely no problem doing that, but it's comfortable on this device to just use the front screen. And prior to me owning this, I would often just use the front screen on the Razr Fold. And, you know, if I'm shooting a quick message, or sometimes I would start my scrolling here and then open it up to the bigger screen. But it's just, I don't know. This definitely still feels great. The inner screen definitely still feels great. And I don't really have very many issues with the inner screen here, the larger screen. I think it still looks great. It feels comfortable. If I'm gonna go check out some YouTube, this is great. But on the flip side of that, let me go to my channel here. Say I go to one of my videos here, and let's see one of my videos. Let's go here. Say I go to one of my videos and we got one of the videos. Let me turn it down. See how you can't really fill the screen up like that? See how the zoom goes in, and it looks kind of crazy. I would like for this to go just end to end here and it not be weird looking and stretched out. You see how it's cutting off some of the video if I zoom in too far? I don't like that. I don't like that. Now let me go to the same video on the Z Fold 8, and let me see, go here, I'll go to my, oh, I had it open right there. So same video, boom, turn the volume down here. Same video. I'm gonna open it up to the inside. I like how it snaps open like that. And you go here. Now you see the form factor of the video. Let me show you this as a comparison. This is open. Of course you can go sideways and it kind of looks similar like that. But notice if I were to do this. You see how it's just, you can do the zoom to fill on the Z Fold. You can't do the zoom to fill. And I got it, I'm gonna turn it to, you know, sideways, but there is no zoom to fill on the Razr. Let me check the settings, you know what I mean? Let me see if there's a zoom to, nah, there's no zoom to fill over here. I can't hit the zoom to fill button and it looks the way that it does on the Samsung. There's no option to do that. And I think that's a disadvantage for the Razr. I think zooming to fill and watching a video like that looks better here than it does over here. And this phone feels like it is made to watch videos on, man. Look at that. You got it zoomed in. You watching everything. You don't gotta, or you can go back out like this, right? But I don't know. I just wish that the Razr Fold had that option that you can to zoom to feel, and it looks normal. It's not stretched out or anything, as you can see there. So that's one thing I don't like. Another thing that I don't like, and it makes me a little cautious about the Razr Fold, as much as I like it, it makes me a little cautious, is this right here. We're going to go over here to the settings, and we're going to go down here. Don't judge me for making my font size bigger. I'm getting a little older. And go to system updates, right? And we're going to check for updates, okay? This is August. Today is August 19th. Look at the software. Look at that security patch. June 1st, 2026. There has not been an update for this device in 2 months since it's released. There has been no security update or anything on this device since June. On the flip side, I've already gotten 2 updates on this device, and it's only been out for 2 weeks. Like, what is going on with Motorola? I know that they have promised 7 years of updates on this device, but where are they? Can we get the latest security patch? Can we get some kind of, can we get an update on the updates? Can we get some news? Like, when is Android 17 coming? When is that coming to this device? Because both of my other 2 devices, of course, one being a Pixel and the Z Fold, they both already have Android 17. So where is it on this device? That's a question I have, man. Like, can we depend on Motorola to deliver the goods? Can we depend on them for that? I like that they gave us pin, you know what I mean? You see my pin connected. I got to charge the battery on this thing. But I like that they gave us this option for the pin. I like that. I like the way that it feels. This is a well-built device. As is, this is one of the only phone. Look, I have no screen protector on this phone. This is the only phone that I have that there is no screen protector on this device. And let me turn the screen off. There's no scratches. Let me give it a quick wipe down. There's no scratches or anything. A lot of fingerprints though, but there's no scratches or any damage or anything to this device. Nice. It has held up well and it looks nice. I like the way that they built this phone. I like the materials on the back. It feels great. That feels really good. You know what I mean? I'm glad that they built this phone so good, because this looks great, man. This looks really good. I'm gonna put my case back on here. There's a lot to like about this device, and I've recommended this device to a lot of people who, you know, were in the market for a new phone, in the market for a new foldable. You know what I mean? I have recommended that, but I am also someone who, you know, I'm reviewing a lot of different tech now. While I'm reviewing these, I'm also trying to find which one is going to be, you know, the one that sticks in my pocket. Which one of these devices that I have is going to be my everyday carry? Which one's going to be my daily driver? That's what I'm looking for, while I'm also reviewing these and enjoying these and bringing you my thoughts and opinions on this. Which one of these devices is going to be the one that I keep in my pocket the longest? And since I've owned this has been the one in my pocket. This has been the dominant device since I've owned this. And right now, like before I got that Z Fold 7, I said, there's nothing that's going to happen with that device that's going to remove this phone from my pocket. You know what I mean? This Razr Fold is outstanding. Nothing is going to take this out of my pocket. But after using that Z Fold 7, I'm starting to have a few doubts. Because there's things that device does that I like better than some of the things over here. And I wish that was not the case, because this is a well-built device. I feel like Motorola did a great job for their very first foldable. This is an outstanding first attempt. It can only get better from here. This is probably the best of the first attempts in terms of build quality, in terms of usage, and all those things. But I want to make sure that my device is future-proof. So are you going to give me the proper updates and things that I need? Are you going to fix any of these areas that somebody might use and complain about? Also, like, is there an update for this front-facing camera? Because sometimes it's blurry. Sometimes it's really blurry. So is there going to be an update for that to kind of give it a little bit of better quality? The rear cameras are outstanding. Rear cameras are outstanding. Some of you watched the video that I filmed on this when I went to the zoo, and you said that like the sound quality was off and things of that nature. But when I actually filmed it, I went in and I edited some of the video. So that's why the video quality looked crazy. And I released the new version of that same video. So that one's good. But the sound quality, maybe that's something that they need to update as well. I don't know. I just feel like this has changed. If you'd have asked me June time frame, if you'd have asked me in June, I would have said this is the best foldable phone that's gonna release this year. I didn't think that a smaller foldable was gonna be able to outdo the tried and true form. All right, but this one has come along and it's better, man. It's a great time. It's a great time. And I'm not going to say right now that this could be on the chopping block. I'm not going to say that, but we'll see. We'll see what's going on, man. I still think this is a good device, but I don't know if this is going to be my daily as much as it was before. It was definitely these two devices. This was going to be like my backup, and this is going to be my daily. But now I think we have a new contender here that's come in to steal the show. But anyway, that's going to do it for this one. Thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe if you have not already. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for subscribing. I truly, truly appreciate it. More content is on the way. Hey Motorola, for your 2027 devices, how about you make one that's a little bit shorter? How about that? How about you make a version of this? That would be awesome. Leave everything else the same, but make it shorter and wider, passport style. Just an idea. But I'll holler at you all in the next video. Peace.